We begin with the 8th and last chapter of the course. In this chapter, we will learn all the steps required to open an online brokerage account and start trading in the stock market. To invest in the stock market using the Internet, we must follow the next steps. First, open an online brokerage account. Then, fund the account. Next, create a watch list. Then, follow the companies on the watch list. And finally, trade securities. Let's see the first step. Open an online brokerage account. The major online brokers in the United States are Ameritrade, whose symbol is AMTD, E-Trade, whose symbol is ETFC, and Charles Schwab, whose symbol is SCHW. Here we can see the web links of all of them. For most online brokers, the minimum amount required for opening the account is $2,000. This is the minimum amount of money that we must have deposited into the account. All brokers get paid a commission each time we place a trade. In general, the average commission per trade is the following. In the case of trading stocks, $10. And in the case of trading options, the commission is composed of a fixed cost of $10 plus a variable cost of 75 cents per contract. These are costs per transaction. That is, they are paid every time we place a trade. For example, if we buy stocks, we must pay a $10 commission, and then, if we sell those stocks, again we must pay another $10 commission. It is important to mention that there are no maintenance fees, only commissions per trade. Well, it is important to mention that in early 2009, Ameritrade bought the brokerage firm Thinkorswim, which had one of the best trading platforms. In this way, the tools provided by this broker can now be used from Ameritrade. To open an online brokerage account, we must complete an application form on the broker's website. In order to do so, we must submit the following information: the account type that we want to open, the account owner information, the account co-owner information, and of course, the account access information. Let's see the information we must enter with respect to the account type. The most common is to open a joint account. This is an account shared by two people, an owner and a co-owner. It is very important that the account has rights of survivorship. Thus, in case one of the account owners dies, the survivor will retain the rights to the entire account. In the account profile, we indicate the privileges that will have the account. The best choice is that the account has margin and option privileges. Margin privileges allow us to sell short securities and borrow money from the broker. On the other hand, option privileges allow us to trade all types of options strategies. It is recommended to enable these privileges even if they will not be used. The money we have available to trade securities is given by the buying power. It consists of the total cash held in our account plus the money that the broker can lend us. To get this leverage, the account must have margin privileges. Regarding the account owner information, we must indicate personal information. Among other data, we must provide the full name, date of birth, address, phone number, email, and citizenship status of the account owner. We must also provide information about document delivery. Here we select how we want to receive monthly account statements and trade confirmations that can be on paper or electronically. The most convenient is electronic delivery, that is, via email. This information is received only by the account owner. In the field Affiliations, we must indicate if the account owner is an employee of a registered broker, any political figure, or the director of any publicly traded company. Regarding the employment information, among other data, we must provide the occupation and business address of the account owner. And finally, in the financial information, among other data, we must provide the annual income and the net worth of the account owner. Other information we must enter for the account owner is the investment profile. There, we must indicate the following: the funds available for options trading, the years of investment experience in options trading, the investment knowledge in options trading, the average transaction size we expect to make, the number of transactions per year we expect to make, the types of transactions we expect to make, the investment objectives, and the type of activity we plan to conduct in options trading. It is recommended to enter values of mid or high-level reference. As an example, we indicate in red the recommended values to enter in each of these fields. For the funds available for options trading, indicate a range between $20,000 and $50,000. For the years of investment experience in options trading, indicate a range between 6 and 9 years. The investment knowledge in options trading, let it be extensive. The average transaction size in a range between $2,000 and $5,000. The number of transactions per year, 50 or more. The types of transactions, including stocks, bonds, and options. The investment objectives, capital growth and speculation. And regarding the type of activity we plan to conduct in options trading, indicate purchase, sale, and strategies. Finally, for the account owner, we must indicate how we would like to earn interest on cash balances. Basically, here we indicate how we would like to earn interest on our cash balance when it is not invested in securities. In that case, the money is deposited in what is known as a money market. Ideally, we should choose an option protected by the Securities Investor Protection Corporation. Thus, securities in our account will be protected up to $500,000. Regarding the account co-owner information, it must be entered in the same way as for the owner. And finally, regarding the account access information, we must create a username and password to access the account via the web. Now, let's see the documents we must send in to the broker. Once the application form is completed, it must be printed and signed by the owner and co-owner of the account. For U.S. citizens, only the signed application form must be sent to the broker. For non-U.S. citizens, in addition to the signed application form, it is required to send in the following documents to the broker: copy of the passport of the owner and co-owner of the account, copy of a bank statement of the owner and co-owner of the account. The name and address on the statement must match the ones entered on the application form. And finally, we must send in the form W-8-BEN of the owner and co-owner of the account. The form W-8-BEN is used to certify non-American status. Here's an image of this form. It is shown the first half of it. In blue, they are indicated the fields that must be completed. Field number 1 must be completed with our name. Field number 2 must be completed with the initials N/A. In the field number 3, we must check the option Individual. And field number 4 must be completed with our residence address, including city, zip code, and country. The second part of the form can be seen here. What we must complete is field number 11 by checking the appropriate box. And finally, we must indicate the date and sign the form. After opening the account, which only takes a couple of business days, we must deposit the money into it to start trading. In order to fund the account, we can choose one of the following methods. By wire transfer. This is through a bank transfer. It is made with a bank code provided by the broker. It is a code called ABA or SWIFT. The transfer can only be made from bank accounts in the account owner's name. Generally, for these transfers, the bank assesses a fixed fee of about $70 to $100. We can also fund the account with a check. In this case, we must mail a personal check payable to the broker. And finally, another way to fund the account is with stock certificates. Regarding the withdrawing of funds, if we wish, the money we have in our brokerage account can be transferred to any bank account in the account owner's name. We can also request to have a check sent out of the account.